Hello, my friends. Your buddy Phil here. I want to talk to you about the mindset for the exam based on a question from a student. The question is, the end of the year is coming and I feel I haven't studied early enough and I've got the date moving close. What should I do? Well, your mindset needs to be all or nothing. Everything. In other words, you need to put everything you have into this prep. You need to have a mindset that this is all or nothing. In other words, you're going all the way in. So you cannot afford to let your mind tell you, hey, you haven't studied enough, or hey, you're studying too late. Let me tell you a quick story about a student who went through something similar to you. This student had even less time. This student had an exam on Monday. Now, you may ask, what day was it? It was Thursday. And that was when this student realized, oh, I should probably study for my exam on Monday. Have you ever come across students who qualify for the exam because they went to a college where they learned some project management, but not the real story in the PMP guide for the exam? Well, that was a case with one such student. This student realized, I need a system to help me. So this student came on our system on a Thursday. And I've told this story many times on the channel. Parmeet came on board on Thursday. He studied on Thursday night, Friday all day for like 12 hours, Saturday all day for like 12 hours, Sunday all day for who knows how long. Monday evening, I get a phone call. Thank you, Phil. I passed the exam. This is a student that had not been for any training prior, but started the journey on a Thursday. I know it's wild, it's crazy, but Parmeet Singh, you can find this buddy of mine. He is a real person out of Canada. Got certified and said, Phil, it was your system that did it. But all of that to say, my friends, it is doable. It is possible to ramp up within the next 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, even 1 week. Parmeet did it. You can. You can get all the information you need. You can get tooled up and wired. And the question came from a student that has all of these videos that we have available. You absolutely can do it. There's no reason. So it's all in your mindset. And then you got to make a habit of studying intentionally, watching the videos intentionally, taking notes intentionally. I want to show you an example from a student because, as they say, seeing is believing. If I don't show you a picture, it's not going to be worth much. But I want to show you a picture from our students, some of our students who have gotten certified in the past number of weeks. So I'm going to show you a picture from our buddy Jeff. Jeff got certified roughly 2 weeks ago. I'm going to show you an image from his work desk. Take a look at his work desk. You see that? That is what I call intentional studying. He's got his PMBOK guide there. He's got his agile practice guide there. He's got his note cards, and he's following the process, following the process. It is no small wonder that Jeff is now a PMP. He's certified. He's now PMP. But let me show you a few other things from his desk. Here's a better view of what exactly he was working with. So that's his work area. That's his dedicated space. And he's into the grind of studying and taking notes and focusing and getting into that zone. And that is exactly what you need to do to get into that zone. And then you got to be calculated. You got to be tackling a chapter methodically, a knowledge area methodically. Don't give up. Don't feel like your strength is waning. No, you got to be in that zone. Whatever you need to do to get in that zone of knocking all of these things out, you need to get into that zone. Whatever you need to do, do it. The next student that I'm about to show you went through a similar process, and I'm going to show you Belin's work process. Belin presented some lessons learned to us yesterday, and these were some of the photos. I mean, you probably were on the call So I want to reiterate the importance of following a methodical process. Notebook, going through meticulously with a fine-tooth comb. If there's an input I don't know, I'm going to document it. An output that I found that's precious, I'm going to document it. Tools and techniques, I'm going to document them. And then not only did Beline do that, Beline went into the details of the PMBOK guide methodically, page by page. You can see those highlights. You can see how the book has been marked. It's an intentional attack on the material, an intentional attack. Then she went further and had notes for the different things she discovered, and went a step further and created note cards to be able to guide her in her study. Went a step further and aligned the note cards at the back. What do I know? What don't I know? What is the similar one to this? What is similar to this, but it's not the same thing? You see what I'm saying? Methodical studying. And if you dig into the details of what she did, you can see the intricacies. You can see right here in this tiny little corner over there, you can see that stakeholder analysis, or if you will, you can see the power interest grid in the corner. You see what I'm saying? This is how you get intentional with the content. A lot of people are trying to study, but they are jumping from chapter to chapter, jumping around. No, stay focused, get it done, move on, have a methodical plan, and stay focused. Just remember, if Parmeet did it, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if he did it, you got to remember that you can do it. But you got to get your mindset right. You got to get the habits right. You got to motivate yourself. You got to remind yourself of where you're going, okay? So for the student that asked this question, can I do it? Is it too late? Absolutely not. You can do it. You need to be focused. You need to be in that zone. You need to be putting in those 4 hours daily. I will not try and sugarcoat it. For those people who are not putting in those 4 hours and you've got 1 month left, it could be rather risky. You got to put in 4 hours at a minimum. 4 hours at a minimum. I know some people say, Phil, don't make it rote. Well, I just got to make it rote to help someone. Put in those 4 hours because it's a ton of volume. It's a race against volume. Now, why am I talking like that? Well, think about it. If you put in 4 hours a day and you work for 10 days, you've put in 40 hours over 10 days. Now look at Parmeet. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, putting in 12-hour days when possible. That's how you move volume. That's how the needle moves in your favor. So while there are people who may only study for 2 hours or 3, I'm telling you, that was me. I have my exam in December. I don't want to face the crazy 2021 exam. Are you kidding me? I'm putting in as many hours as possible. I don't care. I could clock 10 hours in a day. I'm going to do it pedal to metal. But one thing I will not do is weigh quantity over quality. The quality is still important. So if you're dozing and you're sleeping on the job while you're studying, that's no good. You need to do everything possible to be in your element. Bring your A game, study, be in the zone, mow down the content and let it stick. That's what I want you to do. So I'm not talking about goofy dozing off and stuff like that. No. In the zone, calculated, vicious, attack the content. For people that have not been doing it, you know, I talk about these books, the Agile Practice Guide. I talk about the PMBOK Guide. It is not because I want to make life miserable for people. That is not why I tell you to read these things. I tell you to read them to solidify your understanding, okay? So come next week or whenever you're taking the exam, I demand good news. I'm looking forward to good news. I am expectant that you're going to give me some good news.